Alright. What was I doing? Don't mind me, guys. Just putting out some stuff. Hey, friend and Judah. How's it going, the two? And Guinea Pig Mom. So many peoples. Hello, everyone. I'm just putting out some social stuff to notify some people that I am live. How's everybody doing tonight? It's my pretty face. Everyone wants to see my pretty face.
Where'd that come from?
I'm not egotistical at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, I gotta adjust this. I forgot to fix that. Valiant with the resubscription of Prime with 11 months. How'd your dad's surgery go, Valiant? Don't mind me. I'm just. Well. Chat as we go along. Very well, thanks. Okay, good. Good to hear. I'll take 2 streams and work. You should be focusing on work. So. Yeah.
Spreads disease.
So.
Defeatism and desertion.
Fair enough. If you want to multitask, that is your choice. Alright, I know this is not where I left off, but I was doing some of the points of interest in Skellige to find stuff and make money, because funding the Rune Right took a lot of my funds. Granted, I don't really need the funds for stuff that I need to buy. I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to RPGs, so it's just the way it is. Alright.
Choked to death on 3 pounds.
How can I be of service?
Got some coin I'd like to convert into
Gotta convert
crowns.
some stuff.
Come to the...
Some good amount of money there. Alright. Like most games, meditate until 10 a.m. until the shopkeeper opens up. There we go.
Top-notch sword.
Show me what you have.
I don't doubt you have top-notch stuff, but selling some stuff, reducing my carry weight. So yeah, so how's everybody else's night doing? Nobody really answered that question outside of Guinea Pig Mom.
So long. Trouble?
Absolutely fine. Oh, yeah, well, true. I forgot about that text, Jedi. Forgot that technically that was the answer to that question. Grand, good to know that you're doing absolutely fine. Alright, time to continue the Hearts of Stone DLC. Let's go visit Ulgrid. Alright. Just because I'm me, I'm going to prep for anything. So, frost and fire bombs. Yeah.
Heard you witches are stand-up chaps.
Wine. Wine. I want wine, damn it.
Well, look who's here. The witcher with a stick up his ass. What's new? Got a growth on your platter there. You catch some kind of a fiery pox?
Could say so. Manor's burning. You noticed?
That? All right. You know how it is. Feast drags on with plenty of dancing, merrymaking, rough
I don't
play.
trust that cat.
We got a bit carried away.
That cat
during
didn't
the
freak
talk.
out.
Plain to see.
Not going
There's
to
old
be
gear.
eating any
That'd be
crunchy bugs
fine,
anytime
though.
soon.
Must be somewhere
no?
hereabouts.
No! Please! I beg you!
Shut your trap.
Let me go! Leave me be!
Not unless I get like 24 more subs.
I ate with yous! Drank with yous! Fought beside yous! And you'd kill me now? I'm one of yous!
You might have been, but not no more you ain't.
What's he guilty of?
What the fuck's it to you? Not your concern, mate.
Whoa. Nerves a little raw? Why?
You deaf! Get the fuck out of here, freak!
All I want is to know what exactly is going on here.
Well, you're not gonna know. Sod off.
I'll leave as soon as you tell me.
Aren't you a thorny prick up the arse? Ataman said to kill him!
Got your answer. Happy? Now piss off. We've work to do.
No need to be edgy.
Wait. I know Olgierd wants him dead. Still don't know why, though.
Just what the fuck is it to you, anyhow?
Nothing really. Just curious.
Cocksucker violated our chivalric code. Just one penalty for that. Death.
What is this row?
Oh, Jesus
You're not
Christ.
done with it.
Jedi.
My ears
You
wither
son
from
of
the
a bitch.
screams.
5 tier 1 subs gifted.
Ah, Geralt. As you returned, might I assume you've cleared the sewers?
You finger slipped. You.
You killed my father! You lie! Whoreson!
That man killed him. Alone. Unbeknownst to me. Out of fury, for your father refused his hospitality. For this willful violation of the chivalry code, he was summarily executed himself. Anything else I might do for you?
More new people for the Hall of the White Raven. Yeah, Olgierd and his
Now, where were we?
immortality. Yeah, she should have gone for the head.
Necessary
And
that
much
whole
better.
show.
Ah, show? Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean. Judging by the mark on your face.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
You gotta be careful with
sure
how
I
you
follow.
wish and
You
the
know
fine
very little
print
bit,
of
eh?
the wish.
So you take wild risks. Chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all. It all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions.
Aha.
That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
Killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in order then. Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything's left uncharred, that is.
Uh-huh.
Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Gaunter O'Dim. Come to cast aspersions.
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must...
Grant you 3 requests, by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
That true? You know the Toad was a cursed prince?
He didn't just know. He brought about the curse himself.
The fuck?
Did he not
forgot about that.
mention that bit? Well then, allow me to tell it. Quite the gripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the Crown Prince of Ophir. Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him. Then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life and a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
Remind me, O'Dim.
Don't mind me.
Who is to fulfill my last 3 requests?
My assistant, Geralt.
Then be gone. I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I
I'm just
must.
putting water in my ale horn. Okay.
Where to?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
Alright.
Guess I
Kinda
gotta
what we
pop
gotta
the
do.
question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Borsodi.
His house?
So surprised. But why? I must live somewhere, mustn't I? What's the meaning of this? Second leave of your senses? You mean to mount a filthy horse? Out of my sight, wretch! Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye.
Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old. But his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rivaled Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fair enough.
Fine, seems easy enough. And the third?
Complete those two. Then we shall speak of the third.
Any hints? Where I should go, how I might start?
You must be mad. I've no intention.
Alright, fair enough.
Once I'm done with those two, where will I find you?
I cannot know, as my band has planned some diversions. But let us say at the Alchemy Inn, in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there.
Alright.
The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Actually, the opposite. I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
He's dead.
I'm afraid he's dead. Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is hardly your only option for reviving a soul. An old-fashioned ritual, a blood summoning. That's what you need.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I'd need the blood of the summoned.
Blood? True. Of the summoned? Not necessarily.
Alright.
Here.
Where do you get this?
Geralt, aren't you the curious one? Assume it to be von Everett blood and get on with it.
Alright.
Where'll I find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family. The charming redhead, for instance. The medic. You know the one.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring in that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an opportunity to ask them why.
Fine, I'll go there. Then what?
How should I know? Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. Have a feeling it could come in handy.
Alright.
Guess it's high time I got to work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay, can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find you?
I shall find you. Good luck, Geralt.
Gosh, her marker would covered up by friggin' everything. Alright, fast travel here.
Rum and supper I never refuse.
Did I level up? Okay, I don't have any points available. Always gotta be on top of that. Yeah. Alright.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Alright.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
So, think learned women are ugly as a rule?
Well, it's lucky they're brains, because they've not got beauty. Is that right, lads? Oh, aye. Mutts, all of them.
Hideous things. Wouldn't touch one with a 10L pole.
But this lass is different. Exceptional.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Redania doesn't exist anymore.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to.
Conscious projector.
Cadwennies,
Wait, no,
Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
A man can dream.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt. Proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
So what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet.
Yeah,
the chaos continues.
Yeah, Redania is
I'm still very much
still
needed.
someone in existence, but
though I can't complain.
They're putting up a
At least I live
short
at home
fight
now, and I treat the ill, as is my calling. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Alright.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. Alright, tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Where do I start? Alright. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, an Ophiri one at that.
Yeah.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
The Man of Glass.
Could be a mage, a demon, or a djinn.
You don't know?
He's very powerful. That's all I need to know.
Demon.
He helped me out of a bind. Now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
O'Dim told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
No, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
I don't like it either.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that
Stuck doing
ghost.
shit for him.
I understand.
It really sucks.
Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my 3rd year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or famous Redanian dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is.
Old house that disappeared.
Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
All right. Fast travel sign. Do. Dragon Hollow Outpost. Could summon Roach, but a good run is always necessary. Especially with, let's see, 3, 6, 11, 2, 3, 5, 16, 14, 20, 26, 28, 30 pounds of equipment. All right. The Von Everek family estate. Alright, let's see. Shiny here. Waiting right there, yes. Making a crown of flowers.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Wedding?
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the academy. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Alright.
Sure, why not?
I'm a +1 to a wedding now.
So, it's a date.
Remember to bring the censer?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper.
I'm pretty sure
All
Lily's
rather
having a tough
smoky.
time going to bed. So Kim's gonna go
Might come in handy.
spend time with her.
Shall we?
Let's go.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries.
Yep.
Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea. If there's any trouble, just yell.
If there's any trouble, just yell. Right, because you're gonna come in and save the Witcher if he yells for help.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
Alright.
Wraiths. Knew this wouldn't be easy.
Alright, Wraiths, so... Fucking teleporting ghost bastards. Good thing they're weak in the Yurden circle. Ow. Did not change my target. Alright, let's see, processing. Moon dust would be a good idea. Toniel, that's right, it's nighttime.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around.
Put the stuff.
Probably shouldn't touch that. Vladimir von Everec, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Life and death, fire and blood.
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Do. Come on, buddy.
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Life and death, fire and blood.
Loot things. I'm just trying to. All right, let's see.
Fire and blood, life and death.
I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
I think this is gonna end up being, if I remember right, bite in the ass, because since it's a mix of the Von Everec blood, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you get to deal with a whole bunch of Von Everecs before you get the final one.
You have summoned me, stranger.
Nope.
Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Well, shit.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For Von Evericks rise only for Von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestetis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again. You die here, vagrants! Kill him, Von Evericks.
For Olgierd's blood.
Ow.
Die.
Yeah, frickin' dicks. Wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey.
My. Ornery whoresons those Von Evericks, eh?
About damn time.
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir Von Everec, brother to Olgierd.
Alright. Yep.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum, too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're
true.
dead as it is.
They are dead, so.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Yeah, your brother sent me.
Mentioned you like to enjoy yourself. Well, just so happens that's why I'm here. Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening.
Oh, yeah.
Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
I'm supposed to show you the time of your life.
Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me. After my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and...
Bud.
What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I will go nowhere.
Possession.
You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Alright.
Guess I could bring someone here, and you. You could borrow their body
for
just for the night.
You wish me to possess someone?
Yeah.
Say I agree. Whose body would I inhabit?
Dunno. One of Olgierd's men, maybe? Or a peasant who'd agree to do it for coin?
Oh, no. I shan't crawl into the skin of some unwashed bandit or dung-eating swineherd.
Okay. You.
I've a better idea.
I don't like the way you're looking at it.
Happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you, promised to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Position.
Geralt, I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like that. Being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Sorry about that, Shani. That wasn't me.
So who was it?
What?
Me.
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Sorry, wasn't talking to you.
Who to then?
To him, to Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Only you can
Seems
see
your
him because
lovely
you were the one that
friend
summoned
can
him.
neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Asshole.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me.
Coyly grinning.
You. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
What if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid.
Right then, Sugar Plum. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Don't change the subject, my sweet. If a grove's not to your liking, we can cut straight to the chase and make for the nearest haystack.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
Yep. Time to go to a reception.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women.
Sure thing, bud.
So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
Let's say we were more than friends, once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see. A shame, though. I'd have satisfied her well, but no cavalier would rot in another's garden. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
I mean, depending on where we start off. Yeah, no, we're... Excuse me for a second.
Now
keep your paws off her. Grave robber. Tried to crawl in through the well. Broke his neck.
I was eyeing that room the entire time. Or eyeing that wall. Ah, the spiders. Alright, spiders are dead. Good way to gain a bit of experience, wouldn't you say?
why do you paw through my ancestors' bones? On your way. Leave the dead to rest in peace.
I just thought a crack in the wall. I'm sorry. Oh. Yo.
This whole witcher's life.
Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man?
I want to know.
If indeed I didn't, I'd not have asked. Go on, tell me.
You wouldn't like it.
Those signs.
Doing
I'd
good.
like to try one.
What signs?
Your Witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not waste any time.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather is what matters.
Alright. We have a wedding to attend.
Bloody fine mount. Good stance, powerful rump, stable withers. Well, well.
See you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest passions in life. Mares and maidens.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Roach likes
remember
anything
that
running.
hill. Whenever Olgierd and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us.
Alright. But yeah, I'm doing good. You know? Just chilling. Working on Hearts of Stone DLC.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
Yeah, it would be inappropriate to bust into a wedding.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Need to go in, wearing that.
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
You want me to steal somebody's clothing?
All in all, why not?
Fine.
Ah, that's the spirit.
Gotta make your night.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully. Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made.
I wouldn't mind an outfit
Now,
like that.
for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
No.
And we must be neat.
No. No. No, we don't shave. That's not how those work.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
Be assured, you'll like me even better when you come to know me more intimately.
How intimately?
Enough to get a sense of my assets, my dear. Trust me, nothing to scoff at.
May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
Alright.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
Time to show a ghost the time of his life.
This way.
Afterlife.
My strawberry. Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb.
You just called her a rhubarb?
Beware of the dog.
I can understand the color, but
Judging
still.
by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgierd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
Come. Time to meet and be greeted.
I shan't stray a step from your side.
Time to say hello. Be nice now.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn. My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes,
right.
'Tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you, expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
Like, go enjoy your wedding, your reception. Go.
Look at the balls falling over.
What sport is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned King of the Swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
Alright.
Sounds like damned
Try
foolish
to do this.
nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a run.
Shame there's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing for posterity.
Watch my movement, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker. One pig penned. Come on, piggy. Got a nice and cozy pen for you. Stupid swine. They infuriate me anymore. I'll whack him with a sign.
That would be somebody else to ask.
Feel foolish peasants? Learned a
Like,
lesson
I don't
from
mind giving
better,
advice, but
or the pig's
I'm currently in the middle of streaming.
Master Witcher, we ain't seen such pig-chasing skill in a long time.
Your family had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Here.
Just don't go hiding it in some pouch. Brandish it on your horse so that all folk may see.
do you say to that, Shani? Ever witnessed such agility?
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
I got a stuffed pig. He was good.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key?
Hey, Kraylor.
What?
Oh, hey, hi, Hinata. Sorry, I didn't appropriately address you.
That's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course. But still, yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my
How's it going, Kraylor?
Blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everec does his
I'm doing pretty good.
Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear.
Your banter is not helping me.
Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, I'll stay out of your way.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons?
Tough.
Really?
It's
Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Lesky, step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our dad on his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you going to do there? Talk some more?
Naturally, we would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself. Just after I've grabbed me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Fear eat your stones.
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everec of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant freak hide.
That does it! Hi-ya!
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice. Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-assed swineherds.
Perfect fit for your job, you ploughing gentlefolk.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave? Had enough, peasant spawn. Thought yourself a match for a Von
Yeah,
Everett.
Krayler, are you trying to fight Jedi? That's how it's going?
Away with you. Be gone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Oh, shit.
Don't. You must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine.
Krayler doesn't know what
I shall try.
Really? Okay.
Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
You fucked up. You fucking talked to her.
Your methods, quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
A hazard of the trade, my love. I'm clearly a bit out of practice. But point out the next young miss, and I will gladly prove I...
You've proven everything amply. Let's just have fun, all right? After all, you haven't much time left.
Fine. I suppose you're right. Come then. So good to shake the kinks from one's bones. Found yourself a perch from which to survey passing beaux?
What do you mean? My back aches from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they said fire burns hotter in an old stove.
If I was your age, you'd be singing a different tune. Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Oh. Alright. What do we have here?
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bared. It's a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie. I did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Alright. Let's do it.
Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come. Prime game. Shani, your slipper. I shall prove I dive to any depth for you. Observe, Shani.
My eyes are glued.
All right. There it is.
Mucky, that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
Mucky as it might be, the lake still couldn't keep my shoe from you.
See my blueberry? Such devotion in a small
I just switched to
matter.
blue. She's
Now
got red
imagine
hair.
My devotion
You
in
had a
matters
theme.
large.
You run out of words?
Something specific in mind?
Why, naturally. Ride off with me, Shani. To Kovir, Povis, Zeracania even. With a maid like you at my side, I could conquer the world.
Lovely plans, but I fear they're impossible to realize in just one evening.
Too true. But it's nice to dream. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Mm-hmm. Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
Ah, my kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster, faster till we expire.
And now, a special treat for our special guests. The Witcher, Geralt, and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for a loving embrace. Come, Shani. It's time you discovered my romantic side.
The guy in the background.
You're rather good at this.
Of course he is. He's in the body of a witcher. He's super agile at this point.
A chair could dance a jig with you as its partner.
Oh, how humble you are.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can strut as proud as any peacock.
Perfect combination. Women must love you.
Well, not to brag, but
Call it idle curiosity, but how many have you had?
many, and not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, all, though none to match your charms.
Bet you say that to all the women.
Seems the music and the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
I'm not sure I do. What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I've had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shani, may I kiss you?
You are incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's adrift.
Please.
It's like, alright, fine.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Probably I'd have done what he did. Still like to.
Then why don't you? Well, answer me.
Thing is, normal folk don't act like Vladimir von Everec.
Because they are churls.
Don't be too hard on him. All in all, he's actually rather fun.
He's an entertaining
See
individual.
that? I'm fun. And you've got a pike so far up your ass, you can't wear hats.
Happened to see the man who announced your song.
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I'm surprised. Who is he?
Gaunter O'Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped it on a whim.
I don't doubt that.
He never does anything simply.
He's got a plan.
On a whim.
Bah, I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Okay.
Better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away. The night is young. Come, let's do something wild.
Perhaps you care to sit down to some Gwent with us?
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Shut your gob and throw the cards.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
Don't need to modify my deck, so ooh. Siri. Okay. Geralt. Oh, you have a spy. Another spy. Jesus. I'll take the risk and skip my turn. Fucking hell. Come on, play your cards. Fucking hell, man. Okay. I'm gonna use that now. her. Dijkstra. Yes, Thaler. Thank you. We'll pull this round, I promise. Alright. Start with the indestructible fuel. I figured you'd be going for the spy card. Alright, Carol. Yep. Catapult. Yep, I figured that's the card they'd play. Ballista. Stripe. Good chance I'm not winning this one, but we shall see. Yep, I lost. I'm gonna have to wear the donkey ears.
You lose, Witcher. Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement.
Oh, weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself. Roaring drunk already, that's it. We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even. Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that? Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everek's a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek. Rogue's long dead, by my reckoning. Exactly.
Those ears. You look, interesting.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
You motherfucker.
What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Lives down the hill.
I think you look charming.
Quite the lark, this Gwent. Onward to the next diversion.
Alright.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, whoosh scoop, sizzle sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
That'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers, but we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Okay.
Groomshound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt down a fire eater.
How? The man's got ass ears. He should first seek to help himself.
Such ears might be high fashion in his parts.
Oh, I doubt that.
I will find him.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher, Vladimir.
Nope.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the Fire Eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits. A dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks.
Following
so
some dog's trail?
Yep.
Not exactly how I imagined this would.
The ridiculousness of some of this DLC.
Wonderful, my juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
How goes the search?
No discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This Witcher work suits me swimmingly.
Anyone at all?
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Probably got a fear of dogs.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Sit.
You good dog. You sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over. Leave it alone.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding.
I mean...
Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
Pay no attention to the deer. Right.
Positive.
It's like, just, I'm gonna walk around you, walk around you.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
Sweet Rosie B with the raid.
Your life, man. Do you not at least owe me
Hello,
a
everybody. Welcome to my little corner of Twitch. I'm Kuthar Bloodooth, and we are currently playing through the Hearts of Stone DLC of Witcher 3. Currently trying to give a dead man his best night of his life. How was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Rosie?
But it was a monster, a furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
Awesome. Glad to hear you were having fun.
Excellent ears. Might try a pair like that. Just not sure they'd fit under my cap.
You can forget about performing in your state.
Did a bunch of murder. A bunch of assassinations. A good stabby stab.
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp. Can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
Oh, you shan't pull the wool over my eyes. I know you're tight.
So much stabby stab.
Now here's the plan.
Good.
We shall head down this path till we arrive at the wedding. You'll have
Very
sobered
good.
by then.
But
Silence. Do you know me, sir? When a nobleman speaks, you listen. You will stay close at my side. We will return to the wedding, where you will put on a show to make our honored guests soil their breeches from joy. Got it?
yes.
Good. Then let's be off. Keep calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods.
Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna be fighting a bear?
Yes! Bear!
There. That. As much as your cock's a tent pole. Hide, you blind soul.
Boar. Ow.
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master. Believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more.
Talking to
It was
a
my doing,
streaming friend
if I may
Rosie.
say so
She was
myself.
playing Valhalla, or Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So stabby stab.
What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please. I invite all to witness
It's a nice wedding, so
unrivaled.
I figured you'd enjoy the
so bold
flowery.
as to eat fire.
Alright. We'll see you when you get back,
We
Big
must
Mom.
watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
Please don't catch anybody on fire. The angle's a bit off on that, but I'm not going to complain.
Sick of it.
My first Witcher contract. Done. Fire Eater found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher. I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty. And to yours, Shani. Naturally.
Your elfin happiness.
Fortune smile upon you, White Wolf.
All this ain't worth a dog's prick.
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough. Get going. Drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that, Rix.
If I may, Shani, I'd show you how I cut a jig, nimble as a leopard.
Don't let me stop you.
Dancing, 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 dancing. I'm dancing, dancing. Nothing like wearing the donkey ears from a failed bet.
dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never cool. May they sire many a bear and reap gobs of coin.
Good times. Alright, and then... Because I'm kind of doing a bit of achievement hunting, so...
Look there, Shani. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Then let us scamper.
But how so? Just like that?
There aren't that many ways. Let's sit. Come now.
Just like that.
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse about.
Well, when it comes right down to it.
Yes?
You see, the thing is...
Come now, spit it out. Yes, just as I thought. Come, it's time we return.
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give a little.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon. I believe I was right not to just take you and... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come, we were to enjoy ourselves. Let's do just that. Romantic. What a wonderful wedding. It's clear the newlyweds pirates spared not expense.
Alright. It's now time to go talk to the Master of Mirrors.
Not gingerbread's now, but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time?
Time is an ingredient.
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time. Touch it. Let you sniff it. Stroke it even. Time. Time is the
Like
key.
many dishes, time is the key.
Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter Odin. My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother. That you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like you.
Yo.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
Oh.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it. I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me, cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5, took them on all at once, alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave, often. Pours a drink for me, gets soused himself, and talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Shani, I'm sorry.
It's all right. That was... forget him.
That was
We're here
rough.
to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies, not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe you. And now revel on. Time well spent.
Time for the capping.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Oh boy.
Geralt, there's no need.
So be it. If there's no demand, I shan't supply. But it would have been a beautiful speech.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
You're a bridesmaid, Shani. Take your place.
Midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely kobold and give her a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely bear with its pale cottage cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't sing to be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another side. Christ will hold eternal, bridegroom let's beware, or she'll make you a kobold in the coming year. What's the groom of the happy daughter of a college brow? Must be said Garland, 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 cow. You get the cow, hold the calf, the hay. So drink and be merry.
Whoever caught the Garland shall be next to wed.
Shani. Oh.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. That was dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Lovely as they are, think I'll put them away for now.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shani, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everec, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your moldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison.
Yeah, don't let the
choice is yours.
Master of Mirrors take you.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
Hi, Isa. How's it going? By the way, congratulations.
Didn't have to make him suffer.
Of course I needn't have. But I could.
Nice.
I hope you didn't
Did you have a good session?
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows?
And sufficiently
Perhaps this time will
traumatized
be
man.
different.
Oh.
I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly?
Gunter Dim.
Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everec will bother you no more.
Oof. It's always nice to know ahead of time, but still can hit hard.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade. Follow his path.
Oof.
As for me, well... Perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Fuck off, Gunter Dim.
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools.
Fair enough.
Your friend will now make a show of being hurt. Pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. have fun.
All right. Let's see. Gonna try and figure out how to cheer up Shani. But yeah, no, PTSD for characters. That's actually what I had that happen to a character once. My character quit not mid campaign, but like I'd say a third of the way through the campaign, and everyone was just like, what? It's like, I'm done, I'm not dealing with this. So yeah, completely understand how that feels.
Good mead ought to lift her spirits. A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up?
No.
Good idea? Maybe not. She might be a sad drunk. Shani mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces. Pretty, I guess. Thing is, will it cheer her up? Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Here, excuse me, Phil, coming through.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shani.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you're at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. Years of flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
Oh, poor Shani.
You got me.
For how long? A day? 2? Don't get me wrong. It's nice, but you come and go. Yet I need someone who'll be there every night when I come home. After a day of bandaging wounds and sewing up guts, I need a good glass and a good laugh with someone who'll help me forget it all for a moment.
I get it. And yeah, could never be there for you every day. But I am happy to see you always. And today, I'm all yours.
Well, in that case, let's drink to tonight.
To tonight. May the moment last.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea.
I have a feeling something's gonna happen. Possibly.
Did you enjoy the wedding?
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods, or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything.
That's a lot of rapids just nonchalantly walking towards us.
You mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent, but don't tell the old battle axe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. You can call me Dar.
Thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
The bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Usually.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Doubt your mother's that unbending. You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I mean, witcher's a good trade.
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
He's pretty good at talking to people
Really think so?
when he wants to be.
Really? Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
I wasn't in the mood. Would have resisted, tried to regain control.
I think you would have seized the opportunity.
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Ooh, gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
There's only one way.
Only one way to find out.
Spicy. With the blood on his hand from Vladimir cutting it to use it to write a letter.
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Promised you this night. Aim to keep my word. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting is what interesting does.
Oh, hey, there's that sister that the three brothers are fighting for.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
How did you know?
I'm clairvoyant.
I'm clairvoyant.
Practically full.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm.
I love her logic.
Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
Row
dead
me
wrong.
to the moon.
It's right there, in the middle of the lake. What are you doing?
What one usually does on the moon.
I feel like that would be slightly dangerous by doing it on a boat. Because, you know, rock flip. Just saying. I know Geralt is agile. Rosie, avert your eyes. I love playing to the innocence of Rosie. If you're still here. I don't know. I would never risk being... Well, I mean, Geralt's probably not that drunk, but she could be. Drinking, boat, possible flipping into the water. Not a good mix. So how's everybody nights going? True, you have to pick the right boat. You came back to Geralt doing what he does best.
Awake already?
For a while now. Did you know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Wow.
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No. Not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
You sound like you wish you could.
No. I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it. But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Shani, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later.
I think the thing about the boat that you'd have to pick it, like, that one has enough space between two of the seats, but, like, you'd need enough space, I feel. Just, you know, thought. Yeah. Alright. Suit it back up. And as always, find the closest fast travel point. Kick open the door. Alright. I don't doubt boats are fun, but again. Fair enough, Jedi, fair enough. While I'm a man who likes to take risks, I also don't like to risk anybody's well-being.
What can I get you? Have everything from apples to Xander.
It's all good and everything to have fun, but you gotta make sure that you do it safely.
Let me see. Might pick something.
I mean, it is Florida. It is a fair point. Bodies of water are kind of a specialty at this point for me. It's where, you know, unload what I don't need. Cancel that one. Don't need those. Probably about as far as I can go.
So long.
I am surrounded by bodies of water. Like, it's insane. Besides the 5 giant ones. Well, 4 technically. Well, 3. No, I mean, I have access to a lot. But anyway, there's like 10,000 small ones within my state, so. Alright, assholes.
What are they doing?
Wait. Overgrown wains, you see. Have you any children, Geralt?
None.
Oh, yes. Forgot witches are sterile. Well, don't just stare at me. Tell me what brings you.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him. Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Letter. pisses me off.
Vladimir's hand is unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Is that all? Or have you something else?
Gonna work on getting you Bersodi's house next.
Best of luck. Enjoy.
Actually, got a chance to get fucking game of Gwent.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
You ever play Gwent?
An immortal demands you fulfill 3 wishes, and you've the gall to propose a round of Gwent.
Afraid to lose? No problem. I'll find someone else.
Believe that's the worst wind-up I've ever heard. Lay out your cards.
Ooh, monster deck. Okay. Why are you at 2? Alright, well, either way, go. Spy. John Natalis. Siege specialist. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for with the spy. Trying to get him to use a certain amount of cards, so that way I get the advantage. There we go. And secure the win. Like that. Perfect. Wipe the board. I play this game way too much. Like, to a fault. But that's why I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty. May not seem like it, but I am.
Shite. Not much I detest more than losing. Well, my congratulations. This card's yours.
Thanks.
Thanks for the toad.
So long.
Peace.
Witcher. I'm stuffed to the rafters. Fear I'll slide off my saddle.
You've seen war, mate.
Alright.
Everyone to me! To me! This side of the pond.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna visit this armor and have him fix up our gear.
Show me what you...
Alright.
So long.
Defeat isn't a desertion. That be all?
Save game. I'm gonna call it here for the night because the next part is a bit extensive. Here. controller over there. We will switch to mess hall. Hey, my pretty face. And then we'll pull this up. Alright, let's see who we've got as a raid target. Alright, I know exactly who I'm raiding. We are going to raid TikTok friend who is currently playing Dead by Daylight. There's two of them that are playing Dead by Daylight. I'm pretty sure they're playing together. But I haven't raided him yet. I've raided the other one. So we're going to raid Mr. Wacky Man. So I want to appreciate everybody for stopping by. Jedi, thank you for the gifted subs. Rosie, thank you for the raid. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me, watching me do, well, give a ghost his greatest last night. So get us prepped for spreading some love to another content creator. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we play 7 Days to Die as my community night. Raid! Much love, guys.